There was a time when the Cleveland Browns stood tall as one of the NFL's most dominant teams. They were a symbol of excellence in the 1950s and early 1960s, winning multiple championships and solidifying their place in football history. But fast forward to the modern era, and the Browns are better known for their struggles than their glory. How did this team go from the pinnacle of the sport to a franchise marred by failure, bad decisions, and constant disappointment? Today, we're diving deep into the rise and fall of the Cleveland Browns, exploring the key moments that led to their dramatic downfall. The glory years, 1940s to 1960s. The Cleveland Browns were established in 1946, and from the beginning, they were a force to be reckoned with. Under the leadership of legendary coach Paul Brown, they dominated the All-America Football Conference, AAFC, and then transitioned to the NFL in 1950. The Browns made an immediate impact, winning the NFL championship in their first season. They would go on to win 4 championships between 1950 and 1964, cementing their legacy as one of the most successful teams of their era. Key players like Otto Graham, Lou Groza, and Jim Brown played crucial roles in this success. Jim Brown, in particular, is considered one of the greatest players in NFL history, leading the league in rushing 8 times in his 9-year career. The combination of top-tier talent, innovative coaching, and a passionate fan base made the Browns one of the NFL's premier franchises. The downward spiral, 1970s to 1990s. However, after the championship in 1964, the decline began. The 1970s saw the Browns falter, with management making a series of poor decisions that affected the team's long-term success. The firing of Paul Brown in 1963 was the first warning sign, as it removed the visionary leader who had built the team's winning culture. The 1970s and 80s were marked by inconsistency. The Browns had flashes of success, such as the Cardiac Kids team led by quarterback Brian Sipe, but their inability to maintain a winning roster or coaching staff hurt the franchise. As a result, they failed to capitalize on their potential. One of the franchise's most devastating moments came in the late 1980s with The Drive and The Fumble, 2 playoff heartbreaks at the hands of the Denver Broncos that denied the Browns a Super Bowl appearance. These crushing losses marked the beginning of a deep-seated frustration among fans, but they were only the tip of the iceberg. The move. 1995. Arguably the most infamous moment in Cleveland Browns history came in 1995, when owner Art Modell announced the relocation of the team to Baltimore. This was a catastrophic blow to the city of Cleveland, a city that had embraced the Browns as a key part of its identity. The move left fans angry, heartbroken, and betrayed. Modell's decision to move the team was driven by financial issues. The aging Cleveland Municipal Stadium, combined with Modell's debt, forced him to seek greener pastures. Baltimore promised a new stadium and a financial package that Modell couldn't resist. But for Cleveland, the loss of their beloved team shattered the franchise's reputation and nearly destroyed its loyal fan base. The return. 1999 to 2000, Cleveland fought back. After a 3-year absence, the NFL reinstated the Browns as an expansion team in 1999. The city was elated. But what followed was nothing short of disastrous. The Browns' return to the league marked the beginning of one of the worst periods for any NFL franchise. Poor management decisions plagued the team's front office. The hiring of unproven coaches, a carousel of general managers, and an endless string of draft busts haunted the Browns. From Tim Couch, the first overall pick in 1999, to Johnny Manziel in 2014, the Browns consistently failed to find a franchise quarterback, a key factor in their prolonged struggles. Poor draft choices and failed leadership draft day became a dreaded event for Browns fans. Year after year, Cleveland whiffed on key picks. The 2000s and 2010 were filled with high draft picks that failed to pan out. Players like Brady Quinn, Trent Richardson, and Brandon Weeden were supposed to be franchise saviors, but instead became symbols of the Browns' dysfunction. But it wasn't just poor draft choices that plagued the team. Failed coaching hires and constant turnover also contributed to their downfall. From 1999 to 2019, the Browns had 11 head coaches, none of whom could stabilize the team or bring a winning culture back to Cleveland. reputation, and revenue decline. All these factors combined to severely damage the Browns' reputation. Once a respected franchise, they became the NFL's laughingstock. National media ridiculed the team, and even die-hard fans began to lose hope. Attendance dropped, and the team's revenue suffered as a result. Yet, through all the losses and disappointments, Cleveland's fans remain some of the most loyal in sports. Despite having only 2 winning seasons between 1999 and 2019, Browns fans continued to pack First Energy Stadium, hoping for a miracle turnaround. Turning a corner? In recent years, there have been signs of life. The Browns selected quarterback Baker Mayfield with the first overall pick in 2018 and hired coach Kevin Stefanski in 2020. Together, they led the team to its first playoff appearance since 2002 and even won a playoff game, marking the team's first postseason victory in over 2 decades. While Baker Mayfield's tenure eventually ended, the team showed that success, though elusive, is not impossible. The Browns have also made strides in improving their management and roster, but whether these recent developments will lead to sustained success remains to be seen. The Cleveland Browns' journey is one of the most dramatic in sports history, rising to dominance, falling to the depths of despair, and now searching for redemption. The team's story is a cautionary tale of how poor management and business decisions can devastate a franchise, but it's also a testament to the resilience of a fan base and the possibility of rebirth. What do you think? Will the Browns ever return to their former glory, or are they doomed to repeat the mistakes of the past? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the NFL's most storied franchises, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content on the world of sports.